Hi, I am Ankansa. This is my story so far of how I'm learning to iterate effectively. I grew up in a small town in India where internet moved at the speed of BSNL. Life was slow and so was the internet. In class 8th, I made my first serious attempt at starting a business. I had pirated games, a CD rewriter, and a dot matrix printer. The idea was simple: sell CDs to your classmates. So the first thing I did, I gave it a name: Mayan Rocks Enterprises. I even made a pamphlet for it. But some spelling mistakes later, I understood that this eagle was not so legal. But something clicked. I realized that I love this messy art and science of trying to put things together. Fast forward to college, I was still lost. But a clueless person has only two choices: do nothing or do everything at once. So I tried building things no one really asked for, like Tinder for pet adoption. I got obsessed with the process of building, composing, creating street theater, poetry, ATVs. And I walked out of college with two things: my first startup and Shivam Kaushik, my co-founder in Grind. So in the last year of college, I finally took the leap. I started Trident with a bunch of school and college friends. We saw EVs as the future. So we tried everything: a data acquisition device, Uber for EV charging infrastructure. We even tried redesigning EVs. In fact, we even won a Delhi metro tender all while we were still college kids. But on the inside, we were exhausted. But we still kept moving forward. We were trying to do operations, hardware, software all at once. And then COVID did the worst to us.
31,443 new coronavirus cases in the last 24 hours.
आज रात 12 बजे से संपूर्ण लॉकडाउन होने जा रहा है.
It killed us. So we decided to move on. But my biggest learning out of this: don't chase shiny things. We chased a heavier set model because we wanted our EVs to look clean and cool. So after Trident, we needed rest. So we chose to work for folks who were smarter than us. Basically, until Trident, we were building in a silo. We were away from the ecosystem. We were away from the meaningful grind. So this time we decided to, watch closely, pick up what we needed. Then we thought it was time to start again. With InsurStaq, we chose a hard problem in a harder industry without any real exposure to it. Big ambition, but I'd say bigger blunder. But we did get a few things right. We had market's attention. We were early movers in generative AI. In fact, we raised an angel round from some fantastic individuals. But we were still doing two things wrong. We were still a solution looking for a problem, and we were doing this very, very scared. So we had to pivot. So we zoomed out from insurance to enterprises, from applications to infrastructure. This time we were solving a real problem and a personal one too. And so things got better. It basically started working. Early pilots, paid customers, investors listening in. But by now, we as founders were really stretched thin. And GenStaq, it needed more resources. So we started looking for a new home. We've now joined forces with the good folks of RevRag.ai. In a world where most startups fade out quietly, ours found a new life. And for me, that meant something. It meant that we didn't build in vain. The tech, the mission, it basically lives on, right? And this time, we get to build again with sharper tools and sharper minds. And along the way, we met some incredible folks and even incredible support from our friends and families. We had the backing of our silent guardians, the backroom heroes, the ones who show up, do the work, and keep the lights on. But this movement also forced me to pause and reflect. And I realized that every time I started again, I was a little smarter, a little more prepared. I now know a little more of what might work and what definitely won't. So now I'm chasing specific learning, the right problem, the right people, the right kind of failure that teaches you these specifics. Because maybe, just maybe, that's how you iterate effectively, by failing specifically at things that you want to succeed at. This is my story so far of how I'm learning to iterate effectively.